What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universal Bros Unplugged podcast, where we talk about everything Universal. This is episode 29, where we're talking about me, the Universal Monsters. That being said, let's get into the intro.
And we're back.
Alrighty, before we get into this wonderful episode about our beloved Universal Monsters, let's just stop and say Happy Halloween.
Happy
people.
Halloween, guys.
It is Halloween
We
when you're
did it.
watching this. The episode dropped on the 31st if you're watching this later on. But as of today, it is Halloween. Legendary.
Fantastic. Absolutely
And
spooky.
there's nothing more fitting than the Universal Monsters. But before we do that, everybody knows if you're a consistent listener, let's get into City Walk talk. What's going on in City Walk? So, this is a pretty big one, and this is more of a seriously kind of only this weekend event, which is, I don't know if you knew, but on the 28th, it was National Chocolate Day.
Yes, it was.
So, obviously, the Chocolate Emporium had to celebrate.
Awesome.
So, now, not only was it on the 28th that 4 new items made it onto the menu, but it will be there all weekend. So you
Really?
have up until Monday. Monday's the cutoff date. But this is a day that's celebrated annually too
Right.
at the Chocolate Emporium. So
Yeah.
next year, keep an eye off. But this year, these are the 4 items that they've added to the menu at the Chocolate Emporium. The starter one, it seems obviously these dishes are gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked
they've-
about it before.
yeah.
Their whole thing is that they put chocolate in everything somehow.
But it obviously will work in a weird way.
Okay, you're going to say something that's going to make me uncomfortable.
No,
Okay,
no.
I'm ready for it.
Okay. So there's 4 items on the menu added for National Chocolate Day. Again, you have the whole weekend. Other than that, you're out of luck. Okay. So we have Cocoa Chili Diver Scallops.
Okay.
They look good, okay? So it's basically scallops. They come with chocolate-covered bacon, a strawberry fennel salad, and it's topped with a balsamic marinade, a chocolate balsamic marinade.
Right, because they're using cacao, like
Yeah,
pure
dude.
cocoa,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
not necessarily sweet.
Second item is a chocolate pomegranate barbecue pork porterhouse. Okay? This porterhouse pork chop comes with comes complete with a side of brie, Gruyere cheese, truffle potato gratin.
Au gratin.
Gratin. I forgot. I gotta put the French to
Au
it.
gratin.
A candied heirloom carrots. These carrots go global.
Yeah.
Okay. And a cocoa chili pork chicharrones, which are just fried pork rinds.
Nice. Very nice.
Then you have a chocolate beef bourguignon.
Wow.
Wow. The traditional French stew with a chocolate twist is made with roasted mushrooms, broccolini, and served broiled broccolini. I said broccolini.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Broiled broccolini and served with Gruyere potato puree.
It's fun watching you pronounce things on the pod.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's only on here that
You're
I
like at a
butcher.
50% hit rate.
Yeah, sure. I swear I'm
And
not.
it's always been like that.
I'm not this illiterate though. It's only on the podcast. It's because I'm reading this.
I swear, guys, I swear. I'm not this
swear.
illiterate.
I'm not this illiterate. I swear. 7-layer chocolate decadence cake. Okay, for National Chocolate Day, is highlighting the 7-layer chocolate cake, which they already have.
Right.
It's overflowing with chocolate ganache and topped with dark chocolate curls and chocolate popping candy. Chocolate popping candy. I wonder how that would
Nice.
come out.
Yeah. It's like Pop Rocks.
Yeah, just chocolate busted in your mouth.
Okay. Wow. We got to make a compilation of you just me going, oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That being said, That wraps up City Walk Talk.
Exciting stuff. Very chocolatey.
Very.
Would you say that's a sweet beginning? I'm sorry.
my God.
All right, I'll set this one out.
You know, I haven't done those in a while. Since the beginning.
The dad jokes?
Do you remember I used to make? No, I used to
Yeah.
make the what is it called?
Puns.
The puns.
Yeah.
I used to have one for each episode.
Yeah.
Honestly, my favorite one, and it's funny because in the moment when I did it, I surprised myself. It was the Jaws episode.
That one was
That one was. I got myself with
S
that.
tier dad joke.
It came to me right in the moment. I was like, ooh, it rolled off the tongue.
Yeah. You are the Jimmy Fallon of this podcast.
Nice. I personally like Jimmy Fallon. The ride is terrible.
No, yeah. I
But
mean,
Jimmy Fallon, I like Jimmy
we
Fallon.
watch like
of
YouTube
all talk
clips
shows,
of the
yeah,
Tonight
yeah,
Show
yeah,
like all the time on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
And the Roots. I love the Roots.
no, the Roots are good, dude. They're good, and plus they have like funny segments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, anyways.
Yeah.
Universal Monsters. Let's talk about it.
absolutely.
So,
I love the Universal Monsters.
I love the Universal Monster. One thing before, I just want to acknowledge, and if you don't already know, the movies Frankenstein and Dracula came out in 1931.
Yeah.
1931, which means that in just 5 years, we are going to be around and we are going to witness the 100th anniversary, a century,
A literal century.
a literal century since those films came out.
It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
insane. That's when I was watching the film and then I was watching the details behind it and it clicked 1931. I was like, dude, we've had for us Jaws 50th was
Yeah, it's crazy.
crazy.
50 years ago.
50. And then this one I was like, oh my God, it's literally
100.
double that, dude.
Yeah, 100.
And we're gonna live through that.
Dude, I mean, and I got to be honest with you, like the majority of them, you can tell that they were like ahead of their time when they came out
Yeah.
because of all the other movies that exist around that time that are, not to say that they weren't good, but they're just not as mesmerizing.
Yeah, it's also they're also not gonna have a giant 100th anniversary type of thing like these
That's true.
films will.
Also, the amount of production value, you have to keep in mind, like movies around that time, like there wasn't as much craft and care. And that's the thing about horror movies is that horror movies are like pure passion projects. You
Mhm.
have to put an insane amount of work and detail
100%.
into everything because they're detail-oriented movies, funny enough, more than
Yeah.
like normal, your comedies, your, romance films, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
In the
It's just-
30s, dude. Remember when we were talking the other day when we were talking about like Creature of the Black Lagoon? Like, imagine like you can do that stuff nowadays. There's a million different techniques and everything to
Yeah.
film underwater. But this is the 1930s, dude. This is even before like World War II. Like literally, they had to go through like insane lengths that were extremely expensive for that time, just to film these shots, which are not even that long.
Yeah. But they did have, so you were wondering how they did that. It wasn't a tank.
It wasn't a
was in
tank?
the lake. But
Really?
but that was when they had created, I mean that's why they were like, yo, this film can happen, was when they created it was a giant camera.
No,
I mean
legit.
like it was this big. Like normally on a movie set the camera is big. Right? But it's like most guys they can hold it on their shoulder
Right.
or nowadays they've gotten smaller and they
But this
wear
was like a giant stationary camera.
No, it couldn't be. It was a camera about this big.
Yeah.
And that's not including the fact that it had a giant case that was waterproofed.
That's
and then they had to
crazy,
hold
bro.
it like this underwater. And then they had two guys with scuba tanks
That's
go under and
in
hold
the
the
30s,
camera.
bro. In the 30s.
Another thing that's super cool, since let's start off by talking about Creature of the Black Lagoon, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
Technically, the Black Lagoon is here in Florida.
Yes.
It is in
Yes, it
Florida.
is.
It's in Wakalu, yes. It's in the lagoon there. It's in the Wakalu River. At the end of it is where they filmed it, and it's literally, if you go on Google Maps or whatever, and you will see that it is a black lagoon.
Legit.
And that's why the all the vegetation inside the water.
Mhm.
I was like, dude, I remember I was watching it and I was like, dude, that looks like what we have here in Florida. And
because
it's
it
very
is.
distinct.
Yeah.
You know, our vegetation is different, like the water types. So when I saw that, I was like, where did they film this? Because you had brought up the concept like, oh, I think it's a big tank. And I was looking at it and I was like,
Well,
this is not a tank.
The reason I said that is because a lot of films around that time,
Right.
they did all things practically, but in sound stages.
Right,
Like you
right.
know, like the concept of like the elephant door. Like how the hell do you bring an
Yeah,
elephant?
yeah.
They literally would just go through these insane lengths to make these things happen
Yeah.
exactly how you would think
Yeah.
the easiest way to do it is. We literally just build it.
Yeah, didn't cut corners.
No, yeah. I mean,
But so then I looked into it, and they have. It's funny because you have a guy and two guys wearing scuba tanks,
yeah.
and a giant camera underwater, in this giant case with a giant fisheye over the front of it, and then someone underwater with another giant camera that's sealed took a picture of those guys filming the movie. That was so funny to me. I was like, wow. Because it's not like nowadays where you can just have like a little GoPro. Oh, look,
Yeah.
I took a picture of these guys filming. No,
Yeah.
dude. They were someone else with an even bigger camera took that picture.
Can you imagine like going to like the actual movie studio for like the budget and be like, well, we're thinking about doing this practically.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But they all have like that. Nah, we're thinking about doing this practically. See? And then the movie studio is like, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so what do you have in mind? Well, you see, we're going to build a giant rig for the camera, so the camera's waterproof and we can film underwater. Okay, that's not really usually done, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and I want to have a second camera so I can take a picture of the guys filming the camera with the first one. And they're just like, why?
Well, technically, so here's the thing. What they used to take the picture, it was technically also a prop for the movie as well.
Yeah.
Right? The camera that he uses where he's chasing the creature
Mhm.
is the same one that they took the picture with.
Yeah.
Right? Just out of a different scene. But, you know.
Practicality.
Another cool thing to think about, it was one of the first 3D movies.
Yes.
But it's black and white. So it was
Right.
done with the light,
Mm-hmm.
difference in polarized light,
Yeah.
which was insane.
What I like about the Universal Monster films is that they used a lot of really awesome techniques that you wouldn't see a massive resurgence in until like the late 70s and the 80s.
Like what?
A lot of the use of like splitting film or double layering film to get like certain effects. Like for example, Bela Lugosi. It's either a cut or they put the two frames on top of each other where it's like a still frame so that it looks when he's walking up the staircase that it's covered in cobweb. He just like glows through it.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
That's I mean, you just don't see stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because it's unnecessary.
I mean, in that time, you know.
In that time, it was like that. Dude, imagine they're like, dude, can you imagine the guy that's just like, I got it.
Yeah.
We just take one frame and we'll just lay it on top. And
Yeah.
They're like,
so
they're
we'll
like,
film
oh my
a
God.
shot that's just blank of
Yeah.
the set,
Yeah.
and then we'll put the one with Bela Lugosi on it. I'll literally put the film on top of that one,
Yeah.
so it's doubled over, and so it'll appear when we run it, he's going right through it
Dude,
without
they
any.
were probably like, wow, dude.
Yeah,
this
it's
is
crazy.
this is insane.
Yeah. Also, another thing I love, the opening scenes with Dracula, where it's just like him and the set of the catacombs, where he's going to get his wives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, peak the lighting on his face, the weird like sort
Certain
of pans
parts.
out.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, that's as iconic as it gets.
Yeah.
That is
you
horror.
You have to think that for them to film, they needed the light because there wasn't color. There wasn't the
and it's all
the
natural light.
saturation
That's another thing.
correct.
Like when you watch Frankenstein, that's another thing I love.
Dracula's castle also in the original was way better. Honestly,
Yes. Yeah.
it's a real castle. What do you want?
Legit.
So
I also love Frankenstein.
yeah,
Like, it looks huge. It
Mhm.
looks like they're in a huge mansion type castle.
Yeah.
And I love that like everything pretty much works.
Yeah,
The adapters with the electricity and you know in his laboratory and
Mhm.
everything, the table, the structure that lifts the table all the way up the tower. You know what I mean? The shots with the lightning. When they pulled off, that's another thing. You have to think that they did all this stuff practically, and it was extremely dangerous. When they light the burning blade on fire, that is an actual mob of people, of extras running around, that they're lighting an actual building on fire and having the building like function and rotate in real time. That's insane.
They probably had like a thing cranking.
100%, dude. The shots of the actors, like Frankenstein when he's at the top of the tower, and the flames going. Because one thing is like us watching a film that's made nowadays, and you're being like, well, yeah, we had. There's so many different ways that you can do that and safely. You know what I mean? Without
Stunt
anything.
doubles,
Exactly. They're actually being exposed to real balls of fire.
Yeah. Yes.
The set is on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's insane that they were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
To say the least, ahead of their time.
100%. I think everything, just the way it's just crazy to think like now, like how much we have and how easy it is to really make a movie back then. But another thing is like when you're watching the films, there's a lot of point. Like I was telling you, like there are some parts where it's a snooze fest.
Okay, so about that, yes and no. You have to understand.
No, I understand that that was the
like Dracula.
The
Dracula,
creation.
you're saying, Dracula. The whole movie is carried.
Right. But it goes
on
to
its
show how
back.
spoiled we are with movies
Exactly.
nowadays.
That's my point.
They're so dense in
Bela
how much is going
Lugosi
on.
carries the entire movie of Dracula on his back.
Yeah.
And you have to think about, dude, they didn't make movies like that. They didn't exist. No. Those were like the first ones.
Yeah, they're the pioneers.
Seeing a menacing person.
Yeah.
And now it seems kind of cheesy.
Yeah.
Right? With the type of contemporary drama that we see.
Yeah.
That guy was like the most menacing thing that could exist on film at that time.
Yeah.
His whole demeanor, the fact that he would make people feel uneasy, the long stares, the fact that he doesn't blink. You know what I mean? His movements, the things that he says. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the way he acts. There's like always that eeriness.
You know what I mean? And like the intense close-ups, his facial expressions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole interaction with him and Van Helsing, where Van Helsing's like onto him. And he's like, for a man who hasn't even lived one lifetime, you're extremely smart.
Yeah.
It's just it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Same thing with Frankenstein. Frankenstein is just sad.
Yeah.
It is just sadness.
Yeah.
From beginning to end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The monster himself. I mean, when he throws the poor girl in the water, thinking she'll float like the flowers, and then that leads to a whole snowball effect of the town finding the girl and being like, it's the monster, blah blah blah, this and that. And obviously,
and it's all because it's really because Igor messed up.
No, 100%.
And he grabbed the wrong brain.
Right.
Which was, you see that, and it's just like, I wonder back then what people would have thought. I wonder if people would have thought practically and be like, why don't you just my first thing seeing that was like, dude, why didn't you just grab the jar and grab the good head and good brain and put it in the. But I wonder if back then they thought they had the same thought process, or they were just like, oh my god, he has to get out of there.
Well, Frankenstein is based on the book Frankenstein by Mary Shelley that came out first.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
So
that's how the monsters existed way before. I mean, we're talking.
Well,
way before.
If you're talking about like folklore and stuff like that, this stuff has existed forever.
What I'm saying. But these films made them iconic. Pretty much brought them to life, gave them texture,
the aesthetic,
exactly, and is what made them what they are today.
They literally started a movement in film. I mean, the genre exists because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy to think that like where we are now. Think of it like this: we've gone all the way from like Frankenstein to like Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
These cycles of evolution in film we've had to go through. The eras, different interpretations.
Yeah.
Different aesthetics. Different subgenres of the main genre. It's crazy to think like how art has evolved over the course of nearly 100 years, dude.
Yeah. And like Dracula was like one of the only like vampires. Nowadays it's like you have Twilight and Fright Night, all those things,
which are also variations and different interpretations of the original mythology of what which Dracula is actually based on from Bram Stoker, based on Vlad the Impaler, who was a real person that did horrific wars against humanity, crimes against humanity.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, right? But it's the essence, the creepiness, the man that lives alone in the castle.
Yeah.
No one's really, very few people have seen him.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Same thing. Then you have like, I would argue that like Creature of the Black Lagoon is like, aside from Frankenstein, obviously, Creature of the Black Lagoon is like kind of like
Creature of the
the
Black
first
Lagoon
guy
was trippy.
to do like the monster film.
Honestly, I
It's
enjoyed.
just a disgusting monster.
I enjoyed watching. Yeah, one thing I didn't, but again, that's back in the day. It's like, it's what's kind of goofy is like the way people die. It's like what does he do?
Yeah, dude, but you need to, yeah.
I personally just assumed, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say so I don't keep guessing and like kind of saying, I kept telling myself like, this is dumb. This looks terrible. He doesn't do anything to them. I just kept telling myself, you know what he's doing? He has. They show that he has brute force. He has a
of course,
immense amount of strength, right? So I was like, okay, he's grabbing them and he's crushing their skulls. That's it.
Probably, yeah.
So that's it.
Well, that's another thing. The mind will conjure up. Keep in mind, you're not a person in 2025 watching a film.
No, but that's exactly my
point. You're a person in the 1930s,
right,
watching these films, and you're
already
horrified
You're
at
already
the concept.
You're
of,
already overwhelmed because this is
Exactly.
a new concept. Seeing something like this type of film, a creature like this, it's a new concept.
100%.
So you're not thinking about, but how did he kill? You're not thinking about the full logic behind it.
Right.
You're just shocked.
Right. At what I'm looking at.
Exactly.
You know what I
Which
mean?
makes sense.
I like that. I like the concept of some things being off camera because that is one of the greatest storytelling elements, especially in horror, that you can use.
Silhouettes.
Because if I tell you what happens versus you're up thinking about it, you're like,
exactly. You're questioning it.
Was it this? Was it that? You know what I mean? That's one of the strongest tools to tell a story in a film that you can use. Is not necessarily giving you everything you need to know what happened.
Yeah.
It's that wonder. Because your mind...
All right. Sorry for that cut there. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. I don't know what it is. The allergies or something.
That's that time of the year, man.
Wallop, if you ask me. Anyways, had to put a little Hagrid reference there. So
you were saying Creature of the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, no, it's trippy because I was looking into like I want to know the details, like how they filmed it. First off, the suit that he wears, he has two different suits.
Yes.
A dry one and a wet one.
Yeah.
The one that was dry on land, they added weight to it on purpose. Each foot to walk had an extra 10-pound weight on it. Same thing with the suit. They made it heavy so that he would drag himself.
Right.
So the actor himself would drag.
It's also to like affect the movement of the creature itself.
Exactly.
To get that weird sort of.
That's what I'm saying. So he would drag how he's supposed to.
Well, Lon Chaney, you know what I mean? When he did Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Right? He literally wore a rig. And they tell you
Which
this.
Which actually messed up his back.
Yes. They tell you this, by the way. This is why I'm such a big fan. If you like anything horror, please do yourself a favor when you're at Universal Studios. Go take a second to watch the horror makeup show. They go into depth about all this. Yeah. The stuff that man put himself through for art is insane. He wore a rig that would give him a hump like texture, and he could not stand up all the way.
Yeah.
And he wore it all the time during filming to get that weird, the humpback shape and everything on top of the suit that he was wearing,
which gave him severe scoliosis.
But it's crazy, all the stuff that he did, like
the commitment to it,
sneaking into the morticians' places to go work on cadavers, to work on his makeup, and using the mortician's wax, because SFX didn't really. It's not what it is now. It didn't exist.
No.
The guy was a pioneer when it came to practical effects, like makeup and stuff like that. Same thing with the Mummy, dude. Just for a couple seconds in the film, the hours and hours he had to sit down of them, creating layers of wrinkle and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. No. But the suit. Another cool thing is every scene that you see is him. They'd bring him a tube, he'd breathe, and then throughout the scenes he was holding his breath and swimming,
which is insane.
Insane. Okay. Another thing is like, dude, we're in Florida. We're filming in Florida.
Okay? Can you imagine? And it's not like nowadays where they can they make everything so that the actor is as comfortable as they can be.
Dude.
I am sure that thing was like like a surfer's like
It was.
dry suit.
It was a wetsuit. It was a wetsuit, and then they layered silicone layers like that. And that's what made the texture. That's
I
what
know,
made the
but dude, but you
lagoon.
imagine the trapping of like the heat and the sweat. That's got to be
Right. It
pure
was
suffering.
so that was explained. It was a lengthy process to put that suit on.
I would imagine so, dude.
Extremely. And then the feet for the water scenes were flippers. That's why he swims so good. Same
Of
thing.
course.
He obviously has the webbed hands, so he's able to swim. Which,
Of course.
which really sells the part.
100%.
They
He's
nailed
an aquatic
it.
creature.
Right. And the swimming is A1. The fact that you can't really tell in like the separation of the suit nowadays, if they try to do that, you'd 100%. If they didn't do CGI,
Right.
you'd see the separation. Of the suit.
Yeah, of course.
No, they have not done something that good in, you know what I mean? Especially for that time. Another thing, what makes his throat and his gills flap up were practical effects, which was like a series of balloons, and then they'd pump that up.
Air pumps and stuff. Yeah.
Insane. It
You know
looks
who
so
else
good.
was famous for using those sort of tactics and stuff for practical effects? Rick Baker.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
He used a lot of like those like the air pumps and stuff like that. That way you could get like people's eyes to like pop out or like the skin moving up and down. You know, like we saw in American Werewolf and stuff like that. It's crazy to think that like all that stuff technically are just variations, a little more advanced of a lot of the original tactics they used in the monster films.
Yeah. Dude, it was just. But yeah, Creature of the Black Lagoon. It was fun. It was interesting to watch. I didn't really get that bored throughout the whole movie. Obviously, there's some parts where you're just kind of like, all right, you know, like typical, like where they're just having like a dumb conversation.
Right.
But other than that, I don't know.
What I like about them is that some parts feel very dated, but some parts you're like, this is actually really cool, and it's even really cool to see these through the eye of like this was done at a time where this was not really easily feasible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, wow. Like, honestly, I can appreciate how well this is
Yeah.
for the time that it came out. You know what I mean?
Another thing I noticed, because the movie is so, I guess, compared to films nowadays, is so like hollow in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
The plot's good and everything, but there's just not a whole lot that goes on.
Right. Same thing with Dracula. Dracula feels very short.
Exactly, but it's actually an average. It's like an hour, over an hour.
Right.
Film.
But it's essentially the same thing. It's Mr. Renfield goes. That's the original story. Mr. Renfield goes because Dracula wants to move to London.
Yeah.
To kind of expand his empire, so to speak, and it's the whole process of going through that, and then he takes over manipulates his wife and everything, and then they come across Dr. Van Helsing, and Van Helsing's like, I'm on to you, the whole, you know what I mean? And she's under a spell, and then, what I love, dude, also, I love his normal outfit, with the medallion and the cape and everything.
Yeah.
Traditional Count Dracula. But his, like, going out attire, that looks very similar to, like, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
Dude, that is a peak fit.
Yeah.
He looks clean every second that he's on screen.
Yeah.
A1, the hair, his suit, like the Victorian three-piece, the little top hat.
Yeah.
Fantastic, dude. Same thing. All the wardrobe in these films.
And the
fantastic.
sets.
Yeah,
like
the
the
sets are
rooms and
insane.
everything, it is Victorian age.
The village in Frankenstein.
Yes.
You know
on
what I mean?
point. They nailed
dude.
it. For everything, for like back in the day they still had like, but it's like the creativity that they had to come up with.
Yes.
And that was like new back then. That wasn't a normal thing.
No, I know, yeah.
So, yeah, they nailed it. They really did.
No, I love those films. We could not have the films that we have now if it wasn't for those films.
No, of course not.
For the people that pioneered.
Yeah. Those all those movies crawled so that
we could run.
Yeah, man. But like I was telling you, like imagine if you grab someone from the 1930s when these movies came out, right? And like think about it. So, if you guys didn't know, when those films came out, Universal got a lot of backlash because supposedly they were so horrific. terrible. You know, they mean nothing. You know, these are unholy monsters. It's
Yeah.
just, it goes against everything. So the movies, you know, after 1931 up until when was the next one? 1935
Yeah.
is when they started doing the re-releases, you know, Invisible Man, all that.
Yeah.
They got a lot of backlash for all that. So it wasn't until 1935 that they started to remake the film, where there was a demand. People were like, no, we want more of this.
Yes.
We want to revive this. But imagine grabbing those people that were saying that that was horrific and like sitting them down and having them watch like Terrifier 3.
No, they would pass out.
Can you imagine?
I don't think, I think it would destroy them
Oh, dude.
mentally.
Yeah.
The concept of like,
It's like when people do those jokes like
I go back
if you could go back in time and give a Victorian child
like a single Dorito.
Yeah,
it would,
exactly.
like a nacho cheese Dorito would like kill him.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. Dude, I love those. They're so funny.
But I'm glad that you brought this up. This is a point that I wanted to make, okay? When it comes to making art, specifically in film, what happened to the Universal monster films, the backlash that they received, and the basically the trouble that Universal was getting, the flack from everyone, okay? The same thing happened when Alfred Hitchcock decided to make the movie Psycho and released it. People hated that film. People thought this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen, because he had the balls to go, monster films had their time. We need to move into the next generation of horror.
Yeah.
How about, instead of some sort of ambiguous, you know, big, larger than life monster, I make a person the monster, a normal dude.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. That was a major tournament. People literally walked out of the theater when it premiered, throwing up, disgusted. People walked out. People would faint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I mean, it is what it is. This is what I love about Universal specifically. Universal has been one of the biggest, if not the biggest, contributor to film in the history of humanity.
Yeah.
They have pioneered and set the path, dude, for so many things.
Yeah.
Horror is what it is because of Universal.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I saw the other day? Quick sidetrack. Yesterday I was watching. I don't know if you guys. Now I love this show.
Yeah.
I've loved them. I've watched them for years.
Yes.
But the episode I watched yesterday, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Very much so.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Good Mythical Morning.
Okay.
They did an episode where they compared Universal food to Disney food.
Okay.
Now they did Disneyland and Hollywood Studios. I mean, not Hollywood Studios. Universal Hollywood.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, they were dick riding.
They were biased.
Disney. I mean, absolutely. And it was just insane in why they did it for the money. They're trying to get sponsored by Disney, which I don't doubt they already did. And it's like Universal paid them to go to Halloween Horror Nights.
Right.
Universal gave them a whole trip to go. I didn't see them go to Disney and do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. I get what you're saying.
And I mean, throughout, they just completely... First of all, the prices were wrong on the episode.
Really?
Again, these are California prices. So in California, even if you go, it's still not true. They were saying that like Universal had like a $4 upcharge on. So they had. So here's what they had comparison before. I want to talk about this before we get into the trivia segment. But
Okay.
The comparisons were turkey legs,
Okay.
donuts, and they grabbed the Simpsons donut. They didn't go to Voodoo. They did the Simpsons donut.
Okay.
Then they did the mushroom calzone. And then they did like Mickey's whatever.
Okay.
Then they did what was the other one? Oh, the cones.
Okay.
The brisket and mac and cheese
Okay,
cone,
yeah,
and
yeah, the
then
crepes from-
Disney's
Central Crepes.
Disney's no. The cone, the bread, stuffed bread.
Oh,
with
from Isla Burke.
right, but
Okay.
over there they don't have that over there.
Right.
So, but dude, the whole time first off, they're saying that Universal was charging more, which isn't true. Universal's food is cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like a fact.
Yes. They weren't. They were saying they're like oh, but they were. I mean, it was just so obvious that they were.
Yeah, just very, very biased
Yeah.
and leaning towards a certain side.
Yeah, and it was like dude,
I get it.
I like Good Mythical Morning, but
No, I've watched them for the longest time.
I'm not sure if they know that that's illegal.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
What are you talking about?
Don't do it.
They didn't know it was illegal. Riding without a license. Anyways, again, I also have my thing. We love Universal. I don't hate Disney. I like Disney a lot, actually.
No, I mean, our sister just went to Disney recently, and
Exactly.
she had a great time.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And she sent us a
and
lot
honestly,
of cool...
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
After seeing all the pictures that she take, I really want to go.
Yeah, of course.
But I just felt like they've been so genuine with all their videos in the past that this one seemed like they're selling out. Yeah,
Very biased. I understand.
And I don't like it.
I understand.
I didn't like it.
So for me personally,
the only thing they said was good was the donut, The Simpsons. Everything else they shat on it.
I think that perhaps they did not look deep enough as to all the options that are available to be at Universal.
Yeah.
From my personal experience, some things are worth it. You know what I mean? And we've talked about them throughout the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes to HHN and a food for that's limited time for events and stuff like that. Some of them are fantastic and some of them are not that great. I'm 100% honest about that.
You know what they said about the turkey leg? They said this is how you know they're like full of shit. Okay? They literally said it has too much flavor.
What is that? What do you mean?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Okay. Wow. That's okay.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Anyways, that being said, guys, let's get into one of my new. I love this new segment.
Let's go. I'm excited.
UBU trivia. Let's get in again. Feel free to join the trivia session. Let us know in the comments down below
How you did.
Best out of 4. So
I am ready.
let's do it. Starting off, question number 1. What was the name of the event? Okay. Yeah. So this was an easy one. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me redo that. What was the name of the event before it was called Halloween Horror Nights?
It's called Fright Nights.
There you go. Universal.
But due to licensing, they had to
Fright
change it.
Nights. Question number 2. Which of the following rides does the rider not receive a picture of themselves? Your options are Jurassic Park River Adventure, Revenge of the Mummy, Men in Black Alien Attack, or The Amazing Adventures of Superman.
Superman. Yeah, because you get a picture at River Adventure. They do take a picture of you. Same thing with the Mummy, and Men in Black has one of the best pictures that you can take. Yeah, it's Superman.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
It is that.
Yeah.
There's also no Superman in the parks.
I know. Yeah, I was like,
So.
you put a Six Flag ride in there?
Question number 3. Which of the following dinosaurs are not seen on Jurassic Park River Adventure?
Let's go.
Velociraptor, Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus, or Tyrannosaurus Rex?
It's a Brontosaurus because the one that you see is a Brachiosaur.
Correct.
Don't you ever come at me when it comes to dinosaurs.
Next. All right. Question number 4. Which of the following actors does not appear in their respective movies' ride? Bill Paxton, Brendan Fraser, Will Smith, or Michael J. Fox?
Michael J. Fox. Yeah. No, because I know, first of all, Bill Paxton, rest in peace, legend, the Dinkster. He was in the I think at the beginning of the ride for Twister where he explains how they made the film and stuff like that. Yeah. Will Smith is at the end where he neuralizes you. Yeah. Plus his voice is everywhere. Look out, hot shots. But and then Brendan Fraser, I would have enjoyed this ride a lot better if I had gotten my cup of coffee.
Yeah. And that's gonna wrap up
4 for 4, baby. I beat my 50% from last time.
Congratulations.
Let's go. How did you guys do?
Let us know in the comments down below. Best out of 4. That being said, let's take a quick break. And we're back already. So, let's talk. Well, before we get into that.
Yes, we have an exciting new segment for you guys. This one is called UBU Universal Memoirs. So in this segment, what I'm going to do is tell you a bunch of fun stories that people have posted online about things that have happened at Universal. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them funny.
Let's do it.
I just want to get your reactions to these. These are going to be hilarious. Okay. So we'll start with the first one.
Let's do it.
Someone posted, I said this before, hot day in July, woman gets sick coming out of Hagrid's, doesn't make it all the way to the trash can, and projectile vomits like the woman in Pitch Perfect. Not even 2 minutes later, dude in a heavy, flowy wizard robe gets down in one knee and proposes in it.
In the vomit.
In the vomit.
Dude, is that real?
These are real.
Dude, that is so gross.
Yeah. Can you?
Oh, yuck.
Isn't that funny?
That's disgusting.
I agree. But hey, man, we see stuff like that at the parks all the time.
Wow.
I myself, thankfully, have never encountered vomit at the parks.
Yeah. That's why I was shocked to hear that.
Well, you know, some people
They
some
clean it
people
up
don't
pretty
do it.
quick. They're on
Yeah.
top of it.
Also,
But,
some
dude,
people don't do
that's
well on the rides,
gross.
man.
I've actually never witnessed that. Anybody spewing.
Funny enough, out of all the rides, the one that has like the most vomit stories from what I saw, Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
Motion sickness.
Yeah, a lot of people say they get
Yeah.
motion sickness. I've never gotten motion sickness in my life, so
Yeah.
thank God.
It's, you know what I mean? It's just one of those.
Yeah.
So this one's a little more. Okay. A few years back at HHN, we were in line for a house and a massive fight broke out.
Nice.
Barricades were knocked over, drinks were thrown, police reports had to be filled out, and it was a mess. The other half of our group ended up getting trapped in the middle of it and hit with a piece of barricade, so they got free express passes to the Beetlejuice house and didn't have to wait the 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty trippy.
that's funny.
Big
yeah.
brawl at HHN.
Here's a little side story from the same poster. I've also personally yelled at someone for filming the entirety of Kong on their iPad with the flash on full blast.
Bro. On an iPad, too.
On an iPad, but luckily the team members were very nice and let everyone ride again, minus the iPad filmer.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, don't be one of those people
Dude.
that films on the ride. You know what I mean? With an iPad, it's probably a kid.
No, it's definitely some
think so?
old mangy fuck
Like a tourist or
sitting
something.
there with an iPad. Yeah. He's
Who
like,
does that?
With their glasses down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, with an iPad, dude, like an iPad.
Dude, like, he's filming
Yeah,
like this.
not an iPad mini, like a full iPad with the flash on.
Dude, what a
My God,
what a
funny stuff. Here's a feel-good one.
okay.
Single rider on Hagrid's. I got paired with a dad with his 2 kids who sat a row up from us. I gave him the bike and found out it's his first time on the ride. He thought the Devil's Snare was at the end of the ride, and he yelped at the drop and followed up with the most joyous laughter. It was very heartwarming.
Okay. Yeah.
Fun stuff.
That's great.
It's good to
Dude,
experience
that's like when I went on that with that guy's first time on Velocicoaster.
on Velocicoaster. Yeah, I remember you guys telling me
Oh,
about
man,
it.
that
I've seen
was
the
great.
picture.
Oh yeah, I have that. I
Yeah,
do have the picture.
you have the picture.
Mark has it. I have to get it
Yes.
from him. Yeah, dude. It was so there was a Southern man, super nice. You know, kind of he was a obviously, dude, next to me he was shorter.
Right.
A little on the chubbier side. Super cool. I was in the single riders line with
Yes.
Mark because it was faster than the normal line. And so I get paired up with this guy, and you know, I could just see he's sweating bullets.
Right.
He was nervous.
Nervous.
You could see it in his face. Like he had it look, you know, when it looks like someone has something in their throat and they're trying to swallow it.
Yeah.
And it was just, and I look at him, and as we're waiting for the ride for the what's it called, the cart to pull up.
Yeah.
I look over at him and he's like, "You've been on this ride?" And I go, "Oh yeah, dude." I was like, "I love this ride. It's my favorite ride. I've been on it over 100 times." He's like, "Really?" And I look at him and I'm just like, "This is your first?" He's like, "Yeah." he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, actually, this is the first time I've ever been to. He had a southern accent. I'm gonna nail it. He's like, this is the first time I ever been to a theme park. First roller coaster I ever went on was the Hulk. I just came on it, and that was intense. Like that, he told me. I looked at him.
What a sweet guy.
I know. I looked at him and I was like, buddy, you're in for a real treat. He goes, yeah, I've heard this one's intense. And I was like, man, oh man, did you pick one to go for your second ride? He was like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you'll be all right though. And he was like, all right. He's like, yeah, the Hulk was, I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. Like that. I don't remember where he told me he was from, but he was from like the middle
Midwest.
of, nowhere. And then we sat down on the ride, and you put the lanyard in. I know the whole drill.
Yeah.
No, they don't have to tell me anything. I got it down. And he had his glasses on, and I told him, I was like, dude, you gotta take those glasses off. Because they don't care. They don't tell you have to take them off.
It's at your own risk. Right.
If you lose your glasses, that's on you. Right. I told him, like, take them off. He goes, you think so? And I'm like,
I know
trust.
So. Yeah, I know so.
And he goes, he's all right. He grabs them and he tucks them into his pocket. And I look at him and I'm just like, this is going to be intense. I'm like, there's going to be a part where you're going to feel like you're falling out of the ride. And he's like, what? And I'm like, you're not going to. It is impossible. Just enjoy it. And he's like, oh, Lord. We go, dude. And I look at him, I was like, you ready? And he goes, yeah. And he's holding on because on Voscoaster it's a lap bar.
And you have to like
and
reach
there's
out.
2 bars right here. And I mean, he was gripping those fucking things. He was holding on. And then dude, we launched. That first launch goes out, and dude, we're hitting those corners. He's like. He was like red, because he was like he was like ginger, so he was like he had that very like pasty white skin, so he was red, dude. He's like, this is going through, and then we're going. I already know how the ride goes. I know when we're gonna hit that my favorite part, which is the second launch. That you get launched out, and we're coming out of the enclosure, and I look at him and I'm just like, this is the best part. Get ready. And he looked at me. He was like he had that face like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? This isn't the end? And we launched, and he went like that. He was, oh my God. I've never seen someone turn so red.
Oh man.
But you could tell that he was just he wasn't scared.
He wasn't freaking out.
He was just, it was a first time. It's shocking to take in, but he was having a good time still.
Yeah.
And dude, when we went through those loops and I let my arms loose, then we came, the ride ends and we finished and we get there. He said, oh, and he was out of breath. I was like, so how was your first ride? He was like, wow. That was fascinating. I ain't never done nothing like that. That was intense. I don't even know how fast we were going like that. I was like, it's a good ride. I'm like, you gonna do it again? He's like, I don't know. I'm gonna need to take me a good break. That was a lot. he was like, he looked at me. He was like, thank you for telling me about the glasses. You were right. Them things would have flown off my face. Oh man. It's just so good, and you have those experiences. I've had those types of experience with people on the rides so many times, and around the park too. It's, I don't know, when you walk into Universal, there's just like an aura, that you pick up and you absorb it, where it's like there's no need to fight, there's no need for conflict. Everyone's just happy.
Yeah, we're all here to have a good time.
And it's crazy how they're able to immerse everyone in that feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. There's a wavelength that everyone goes on.
Exactly.
And it's just a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like other places. It's just different. It's like we're all here experiencing stuff and just having a good time. Even, the park veterans like us that we've been on everything a million times.
Yeah.
Or the people that are experiencing it for the first time, fun stuff like that. Those are the moments.
Those are what makes the
100%.
The parks. Yeah.
We'll put up a picture and post of Nico next to the guy on the ride.
I'll show you
hilarious.
the picture.
Intense, oh, hilarious.
It's so funny. And then afterwards, I was like telling Mark the whole story. I was like, dude, this guy was his first time. Mark was like, no way, dude. I was like, dude, you got to come look. That picture's got to be insane. Because I'm pretty sure he was like 2 cars behind me.
Yeah.
And so we went. He took that picture. I gotta go get. I'm gonna text Mark to send it to me.
Yeah.
Dude, what a good. It was so good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great.
such good times.
Yeah.
Such
And I
good
told him
times.
I was like, dude, we're not even front row. He's like, I'm like front row's intense. Front row at night. He was like, this was already a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that
Oh,
being
man.
said, let's dive into your time in Darkmoor.
Man, let me tell you
Darkmoor.
something.
It doesn't get more.
More Universal Monster than that.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you. Darkmoor. So my first day at Epic Universe ever. I did the early park admission, and that's where they have like the whole intro at the front of the park before they release everyone. I was already in shock of like, wow, this place is beautiful, you know? And I knew, because I did my research, the first place everyone goes is Nintendo. The grand majority.
Yeah.
But I know that Dark Universe was after that. So I was like, I'm not here to mess around. I got to see it, and I'm not going to wait. I'm going straight there. So that's the first thing I did in the morning. I went straight into Dark Universe. Let me tell you something. The portal alone
Yeah.
for it. That's the first portal I ever went through at Epic Universe.
Darkmoor.
Yes. It is insane. The way the portals are set up, the feeling they give off when you go through them, it's crazy. It is crazy. Because they're playing like the audio, and there's like the music made by Danny Elfman, and the you know, the screen that you're passing through into Dark Universe. The outside of the portal is crazy too, because it looks like it's built by Frankenstein, like it's meant to take electricity in.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. You go through, and let me tell you something. You think that like the Jurassic Park area is immersive, or that Harry Potter, like Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley is immersive? No, dude. You walk through that portal, and you are in one of those films.
Yeah.
The town, everything, the cobblestone. They have like mist going at all times. It's insane.
Nice.
It's insane. And then you're going through the town, you pass the well that's, you know, giving off all this mist and everything in the center of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go in, so like Das Steakhouse, which is to your right, gets out of the shot while you're walking through, and then you see the actual Frankenstein castle, like the manor.
Yeah.
It is massive. It is massive. It looks...
That's what she said.
Nice. It looks immaculate. It's beautiful, Victorian Gothic. The whole... Everything is themed to 11.
Nice.
The bathrooms... Let me tell you something about the bathrooms at Epic Universe. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay? Amazing. I walk in to go number one, right? I walk into the bathroom. It's so clean and
I'm
beautiful.
number one.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, number one. I'm number two. Sorry, you're saying.
Everything is like, the tile is beautiful. The urinals are solid black.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
That's the first
dude.
thing I was like, this is insane.
Nice.
This is a spooky
What's the
piss.
hardware look like? Silver?
It's like silver, or it's also matte black. It's crazy.
Nice.
It's insane. It's fantastic. All the sinks are beautiful. Soap dispenser's beautiful. Super clean. Smells amazing in there.
What's the tile like in there?
Like different shades of like light brown or like gray. Everything looks depressing. Like it's in a monster movie. It's
What about the
fantastic.
shitters?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not go number 2, so all I saw was like the exterior of the stalls. But the bathroom's fantastic. I mean, it's just super nice in there. The lighting is nice. The walls are super nice. Everything is themed A1.
Okay.
And then in that one of the first bathrooms in Dark Universe, there's actually like all the benches and stools are either like decrepit wood or stone.
Nice.
In one of the stools that's on the like the women's side of the bathroom, there's an actual like stone bench, and there is like an image of like a person going like this on the wall, and it's like a blood splatter,
Nice.
like an explosion of blood,
Nice.
and it's like a dude that like got hit by something. It was
Nice.
crazy. If you look on my Instagram, that I took a shot of it, and it's in
Of the
the
women's
edit.
bathroom?
Yeah, no, not the women's bathroom. Goofy. No,
Anyways.
no. Yeah, that image amongst all the other things that I took footage of in Dartmoor, it's in the edit that I put. It's super super cool, and I filmed all of it like with the VHS
Yeah.
stuff, and dude, it's crazy. Igor hangs out in the beginning, like the open cemetery that's at the front, and I'm actually we'll put the video here of my interaction with him up here. It was pretty crazy. He's hilarious, bro. And he's like, slouched. He's a tiny guy, slouched over. The actor, amazing.
You like that big nose.
Yes, amazing. He's like dragging body parts. He's like, full get up and everything. Same thing with the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man comes out of his house and stuff like that. And he's mean. He's just mean. He's like bothered by it. It's amazing. He's fantastic. He looks, dude, the silk robe. Mwah, chef's kiss. He looks amazing. He has to be sweating bullets under all that in the Florida heat.
Can't imagine.
Yeah. And just do everything, like the pathways, the vegetation. Like the trees look like they're all dying, very swampy in some areas. There's statues. The buildings are all decrepit wood. You know what I mean? Everything, the lighting. The castle so often will go off and give a power surge to the town.
Yeah.
Where everything goes out.
I've seen that.
It is insane. And like there's like this sense of like eeriness everywhere because the music is creating an ambience that's fantastic. It's like misty, creepy. There's like bits of cemetery here and there. The stone carving. Everything looks beautiful.
Like legit, well done.
And then you go around the corner through like a series of shrubbery, and this is the area where Curse of the Werewolf is.
Okay.
Let me tell you something about Curse of the Werewolf. When I first heard about it, right, and I was like, it's like a very small coaster, simple in concept. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did. I loved it, dude. The theming for that area. First of all, the entrance to it is the giant cart, like the giant wagon for the gypsy that tells the story of the Curse of the Werewolf. And like the whole line is covered with a series of like, tapestry and like canvas that are all patterns that you think that she would have.
Yeah. Like gypsy carpets and
stuff. It's insane. The interior of the line, even though it's open concept, where the cart comes in, there's like it's like a giant wooden barn or whatever that you're in, and there's like a giant, like it looks like the werewolf like punched through the ceiling and jumped out, and in there is it's not real, it's a like constant reel that's running of the moon in full bore, like a full moon with like clouds going through, and it's so well made because the way it's positioned, it looks like it's part of the sky outside.
Really?
At all times.
That's pretty sick.
It's crazy.
At night is probably
and
epic.
the thing is like, it's not cartoony. It looks hyper realistic, and the cloud does move. Like I stood there and I watched it for like several minutes, and like it moves like natural weather. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. The carts are super cool. So here's the thing about Curse of the Werewolf. It breaks down and gets delayed all the time because there's no lockers. You're supposed to take your stuff with you on the ride. People's stuff keeps getting stuck in the locking mechanism all the time.
Why?
The first time I went on, it gets delayed because it's just easy. You have to put your stuff on the floor.
What?
Yeah, you have to put your stuff on the floor of the little cart that you're in.
It has like a basket or something?
No, you just lay it down. Yeah.
So it just swishes around?
Yes. From my understanding, yeah. I don't think that there's like a compartment where you can put your stuff in. From what I remember, I could be wrong.
So you put your bag on the floor?
Yeah, like I just put my stuff, like my fanny pack and everything,
in
on
between
the floor.
your legs, and you just...
No, not even, because it has to lock in, kind of like Hagrid's, kind of.
Okay.
So, yeah, the first time I went on, it got delayed, like after like the last people rode, because some lady's bag was stuck, and like the team members were like there trying to like unhook the bag and figure it out. They figured it out, but that kind of stuff happens all the time, and that's why Curse of the Werewolf keeps getting delayed. Yeah. Now I will say this: riding the ride it does not look like
As
it's
thrilling as it
as
is.
thrilling as it is.
Hmm.
It is so fun. That
Did you
thing,
spin a lot?
yes, that thing goes backwards and forwards, and it doesn't always complete the peaks.
The full
So it'll
circle.
like send you. It's fantastic. There's a set. So the story is like you get infected with the curse of the werewolf when you pass through like the center barn, where it's like it looks like dude like slashes all over it and everything, and that part's super cool because you like zoom right through it and like the audio plays and stuff. It's super cool. I liked it a lot. I would ride it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, I like Curse of the
How long
Werewolf
did
a
you
lot.
wait?
15. Honestly, the majority of my wait was the delay. It wasn't even the
Gotcha.
line moves super quick.
Got you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Curse of the Werewolf tends to have a higher wait time than Monsters Unchained.
Really?
Yeah, just because like even
That's the
though
most popular
and it has
one,
multiple
too.
carts. It's not like one or two carts, and the track separates at some point. I'm pretty sure
That's trippy.
because you end up going backwards and forwards, but you never make contact with the other carts.
No,
and
right.
you
Of
go
course.
into different
It's like
sections.
Hagrid's where the track
Exactly.
switches.
Exactly, dude. It's man, Curse of the Werewolf, loved it. The audio's fantastic. The gypsy talking, her voice, like the eeriness of her explaining, everything. And at the end, you're like you've been hit by the werewolf, so you're like you carry the curse now. Super cool, super cool. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. It's fantastic. I have nothing other than the fact that it keeps getting delayed because of that issue that they have every now and then. It's fantastic. I loved it a lot. The swoops on the peaks and stuff like that, they're awesome. It's very fun. Very, very fun. And that area is just beautiful. It looks exactly like what you would want from like the Wolfman,
Yeah.
It just dude, it's crazy like I can't get over like the vegetation and everything. Everything was like meticulously picked because it looks a certain way and everything grows a certain way. The trees look a certain way. It's fantastic. So after like Curse of the Werewolf, I went because not too far from there is the Burning Blade. And let me tell you something. I have a video of the Burning Blade, which I'll put right here. It's like super quick. I just like a quick sweep through. It's a bar, and it does serve food at the mobile pickup window. Man, inside of there. So the concept of the Burning Blade is that's where the monster hunters in Darkmoor hang out. That's a safe spot for them. That's where they'll hang out. And you go, and dude, the place, everything is like candlelit. It's not real candles.
There's no light.
But the lighting is like
Right.
natural. So it's like dark and gloomy in there.
Yeah, but you can still see.
Dude, the furniture's fantastic. Like the tables, the seats, everything looks like it belongs in Frankenstein. It's amazing.
Nice.
They have a center table that's like round where it's like you can stand and eat or stand and drink. And it's like, dude, the lights they have the bar itself. They have so much like artifacts and like monster heads that are posted and all kinds of crazy stuff there. That's where they serve the Monocaine mocktail that's in the test tube.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which is super cool. I could not have the drink because it has pineapple in it.
Funny enough, yeah, I saw your post.
Yeah.
And I saw it and I was like, ah, dude, this is sick. Let me send this. I was gonna send it to you. Yeah, so I saw the drink, and I was gonna send it to you, and then I realized I was like, oh, you're the one that literally posted it.
Yeah, I posted it. Yeah. Yeah, funny enough. So that Monocaine, I did not get at the Burning Blade. I got that I think my second day when I ate at Doss Steakhouse. What an experience that was.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Doss Steakhouse. Okay. It is themed like Dracula's house.
Yeah. Like the castle.
Dude, first of all, like everyone that works in Darkmoor, you can tell that they love what they do because these people do not break character. They are all creepy. Literally, I was like walking by and like going to Curse of the Werewolf, and the girl at the stand was like not breaking eye contact with me, and she did like a creepy like wave like that. Like
Really?
yeah, it was crazy. I go to ask if Doss Steakhouse is like open because I was like it's early in the morning, and I don't know if I just want to know like what are the hours. And I go and there's like two people out front that are like the hosts and stuff like that because it's you go and you mobile order and you sit down and they bring the food to you. I go, excuse me, is the steakhouse open? And he literally just looks at me and he points and he's like inviting me
Really?
in, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Understood.
It was super cool.
Understood.
No, it was awesome. And man, in there, so there you walk to the left or to the right. The right takes you straight to the dining area, but I walk to the left where they have like the registers. First of all, it's creepy in there. It is dark and creepy. All stone. There's like weird stuff everywhere. I passed by the area where the registers are, where you can buy drinks separately, like alcoholic drinks and stuff. And then I turn around the corner, and then it opens up into the dining room area. Dude, again, the tables are beautiful. The chairs look like Victorian, like upholstered chairs.
Really?
Yes, with like red velvet, some of them. I sat in like a booth in the corner so I could get a really good shot of everything. The chandelier, first of all, everything looks like it's under like a dungeon.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it's like you have like the steel bars that are like making holes in the top part of the ceiling and everything. And the lighting shifts every now and then to turn like blood red
Nice.
out of nowhere. The chandeliers are like Victorian steel with like skulls and candles lighting everything. It's crazy, dude.
Cool.
It's crazy. And there they have like freestyle machines where they have Screamberry, which by the way,
Yeah.
let me tell you about the soda for Darkmoor. It is amazing, dude. It tastes so good. It's awesome. It's my second favorite was the Dragon Splash from Isle of Burke, but dude, the Screamberry, fantastic. And they have it obviously in normal and in sugar-free or zero. Dude, yeah, Das Steakhouse was amazing. The Burning Blade, the food at the Burning Blade, fantastic. I tried all three things. The bites that everyone's talking about.
Oh, dude, I need to go try that.
There was nothing I had in Darkmoor that I did not absolutely love. The garlic steak was fantastic. The baked potato, it's better than the one in the London area.
That's a bold statement.
It is a bold statement,
And
but dude, it's
we haven't
fantastic.
even gotten to the hot takes. That's crazy.
No, dude. Yeah. So before I get into Monsters Unchained,
Yeah.
we're going to do a new segment here called Universal Fact or Fiction. So UBU, Fact or Fiction. And what I do here is state, I give Nico a fact that may or may not be true. And it's up to him to decipher.
He's going to give me some statements.
Yeah, decipher as to whether or not this is a fact about Universal Orlando.
Okay. Hit me with it. Let's do it. You get trivia, I get fact or fiction.
Absolutely. So, Universal, or UBU, fact or fiction. Ready?
Mhm. Hit me with it.
Our first fact. The Incredible Hulk coaster uses real military aircraft catapult technology. Fact or fiction?
Ooh, damn, these are good. I want to say fact.
It is true.
Yeah.
It is mostly true. So the launch system was inspired by aircraft carrier catapults, and the engineers who worked on them helped design the ride's launch tech, but it's powered by a custom electromagnetic system, not an actual catapult like you would see on like the freight carriers
Which
and
is the
stuff.
spring. It's like a
Exactly.
giant rope.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy? That's why it launches like that.
Yeah.
Fact number 2. Okay. When Jaws the ride closed in 2012, one of the animatronic sharks was buried under where Diagon Alley sits right now. Fact or fiction?
That is fiction.
This is a fact.
No
this
way.
is true. This is 100% true. A small tribute shark prop was indeed buried during the construction as an Easter egg to the former ride.
As an Easter egg.
Yes.
Dude, you can't see it.
No, but that's why they have the shark jaws
right,
there in Nocturne Alley. So underneath that is where one of the Bruces are buried.
Wow.
Yeah,
dude.
as a tribute.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
yeah.
Yeah, these are pretty crazy. Okay. Fact number 3. The E.T. Adventure Ride still has Steven Spielberg's original voice recorded for the narration.
Yes.
False.
What?
That is not true.
He redid
No.
it?
No, Spielberg worked on the ride's concept, but the narration is performed by a voice actor, not him.
Oh, I got confused.
Oh, during the ride, not the opening sequence.
Okay. Opening sequence is him.
Yes,
it's
that's
Spielberg.
Steven. All right.
All right, whatever. I'll take the loss.
Next fact. The Universal Studios globe at the entrance weighs over 20 tons, and it floats on a cushion of water.
That's not true.
That is true.
I'm sorry?
It weighs around 30,000 pounds, so 15 tons, and indeed rotates on a thin layer of water pressure that lets it spin smoothly.
The globe's not on a pin?
No. It's on a small cushion of water, and that's how they get it to rotate perfectly.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
That's crazy.
I thought it was like pinned. It was like it's kind of held and then it rotates.
I thought the same thing too.
But
no.
so it's able to rotate in full 360.
Yes, but they keep it rotating in the right way by maintaining it through on a thin bed of water.
So you're telling me I can push it and kind of move it out of...
Well, don't, because then you'll get banned from the park. But
That's
you,
true.
in theory, yes. I
It's
mean,
a theory. It's a theory universe. I won't do it.
if you can move 30 tons, sure.
Well, if it's gliding on water, it's like at I think Disney has it in Hollywood Studios. They have like a giant marble
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
ball that you can
Yeah.
roll. Yeah.
Yes. All right, time for our last fact.
Look at that, damn dude! I've gotten all of them wrong except
okay.
for the first one.
It's okay. Last fact. Every raptor in Velocicoaster has a slightly different facial expression because each one was hand sculpted. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fact.
Wrong.
Oh my god!
Wrong.
Dude, they all have the same facial expression.
They're all made from the same mold for consistency. The illusion of variation comes from lighting and point differences. So they're positioned differently.
Okay.
But they all
Have
they're
the
same
mouth
mold.
wide open.
They're just painted differently and positioned differently. Yeah.
Damn, dude! I got 1 out of 5 right.
And that was our UBU fact or fiction. Fun stuff.
Failed miserably.
It's okay. It's okay. But we learned a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
We
That's
learned
pretty
a lot of
dope.
pretty cool stuff
That's
about
actually pretty
Universal.
sick. I actually really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, the globe one got me.
globe
I was
one
like,
was
no way.
crazy.
I was convinced that thing was on a pin that was like spinning it perfectly every
Me
single
too.
time.
I also thought it was hollow, and it was like I don't know.
I think it's just that. I think it might be somewhat hollow. It's just that heavy. It's a huge globe, dude. It's massive.
That's what she said.
Okay, nice.
I mean, you give me the material.
No, that's fair.
You keep giving me the layups. I'm just
That's
dunking.
it's a fantastic Michael Scott impression.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. That's insane, dude.
But yeah.
Just,
Isn't that crazy?
that is,
The one for Hulk is really cool. I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I mean, imagine. Well, that's why. No,
That's why
Inamin did their thing with.
Oh yeah.
With what's it called? Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
It's one of the fastest
But those are
launches you
much
have.
like Hagrid's magnetic based.
Yeah.
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 Pretty crazy stuff.
Insane.
So, back to Darkmoor.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, so all the food at the Burning Blade was fantastic. Absolutely amazing. By the way, what comes with the cheese bites, that chipotle mayo or chipotle aioli, it's one of the best things I've had. Absolutely fantastic. So, I finally walk into Monsters Unchained.
Uh-huh.
First of all, let me tell you something about the ride. From the second you walk in, it is immersive to the max. It is not shaped like a studio
Okay.
that's holding a dark ride. It literally is shaped like a mansion that you have to walk through. So when you walk in, there's a long stretch of hallway to the left that you go through. And at the end of it, on the wall, there's like a phrase that's flashed with light that says, "Who's the real monster?" It's crazy. The ambiance in there, first of all, there's like sound going off because there's like real-time electricity running through everything. So you're walking through, and you're walking through like halls and corridors the entire time. Then you go, you turn the corner, you're going around through a series of rooms. All of them look lived, like they're full blown like rooms. There's like a den area that you have to walk through where there's like, you know, huge reading chairs and everything. You know, Victoria Frankenstein stuff is everywhere because she lives there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's an area that you have to go through, and this is crazy. They have a life-size statue that's realistic. It's encased of the original Frankenstein monster. And dude, when you walk up to this thing, it looks like a sleeping person. It has hair.
What?
It's insane. It has full-blown like leg hair, arm hair. It looks
Really?
so real. And he's like obviously messed up and everything because he was salvaged from.
Right.
But yeah, it's insane. She has like all this like technology that she's used to like make Frankenstein again. You're walking through like there's this area that has like a old school timey projector playing like footage on the walls of people coming, like going to hunt the Universal monsters. So it's like coming across the creature of the Black Lagoon, and it's all like messed up like found footage, like grainy found footage of like people in the lagoon coming across. And he's like he attacks them, you know. Same thing with the Wolfman, which
Yeah.
that one is crazy because it's like nighttime and they're like monster hunters trying to find it. It's dude, it's insane. The electricity that runs through the entire mansion is insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's a portion of the line where you have to go up the actual dual staircase, and in there she has obviously the giant portrait of her of Victor von Frankenstein,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And you're walking through the line, and you're seeing other parts of the line like it's an open house. So like right before we do the pre-show where we meet Igor, first of all, the amount of electricity, that stuff that's flowing through the ceiling, like cables everywhere, it's insane.
A little quick little fact. The castle itself legitimately absorbs real lightning strikes and has storage for energy when it happens.
That's insane.
So when the storm comes by, just like same thing like a lot of skyscrapers have that where they have a special
Like a lightning
that
rod.
absorbs
Yeah.
the power. Well, the castle legitimately absorbs castle for Epic Universe.
That is badass.
yeah.
So before you enter the pre-show, there's like an area of like railing and stuff like that, all like masonry stone.
Yeah.
It's beautiful in there. There's like a giant chandelier. You can see all the people going through the line. By the way, this thing is so well made. The wait time never goes above like 25 minutes. It's insane. This thing can put like 3,000 people on the ride within an hour.
Nice.
3,000 people can go through the ride from entrance to exit in 1 hour. That's why it is probably the most well-constructed ride that Universal has made to date. Aside from the attraction itself, which I'm going to get into.
Yeah.
So you go into this area, it's like a library, right? And they, section off a bunch of the line. Everyone goes in, and this is where they have, the footage that everyone's seen of like the catacombs thing that holds everyone that moves. And Igor does this whole pre-show. And dude, the animation for that we're watching on the screen of him is like hyper realistic. It's crazy. It's fantastic. It's dark in there. It is dark as hell. It's super cool. And then off to your right side, when Victoria cuts him off, and she's like, just send them through. The bookshelves retract into the walls and open to go into the next section. And this is where it's like her presentation area, where it's like her, the animatronic of her, explaining to you like what she's doing. So she's trying to harness the energy and control all the Universal monsters. The only one left is Dracula. And she has him kind of like contained for now. And she's trying to like, harness his power.
Okay.
So this is where they have the pre-show with her. Everything on my first ride through was fully functional. It never went into B mode. All the subsequent times that I went on it, I went multiple times. It was always in B mode.
Okay.
Dude, it is super dark in there. And you're constantly moving through. The pre-show where they finally show you Frankenstein, like in person, like the new Frankenstein, he is like dude like 7 or 8 feet tall. He's huge
Nice.
and massive. And he does that line where he's like friends, yeah, because he does it in Bride of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, it's just crazy. And then I think at that point, that's when Dracula kind of like breaks through, and then she sends you through into the locker area where you go and you put your stuff away before you go down these like long catacomb hallways that leads to where they load everyone up on the ride.
Mm.
These lockers are just like Velocicoaster, and everything at Epic Universe is done with a picture of your face. It's awesome.
What do you mean?
You go every locker. You go. You press a button. It takes a picture of your face, and it goes, "Do you want to use this picture?" You go, "Yes." Boom. And then when you go to the other side, you just snap a picture of your face, and it opens right away. It's dude. Epic Universe is
You don't
like,
have to scan anymore.
no. To get into Epic Universe, they just like I bought a ticket, and it was attached to my pass. They just took a picture of me. And they're like, "Okay, you're good."
Wow.
Yeah. Straight through. It's awesome. So then you go down this like super long, and the interior reminded me a lot of Kong. You know how it's like
Very
dark and eerie?
You can barely see.
Yeah. All the way through. And then, dude, you come into this giant section. And I mean giant. Okay? It looks like the entrance to like a catacomb almost. And the whole thing's on like, it's like Popeye. It's like on a revolving circle where the actual carts are like gliding through.
Uh-huh.
And that's where they load everyone on. And in there, there's like a giant pillar that's holding like an electrical conduit or something. And like you can tell that the whole thing, it looks like it's made out of wood, and the whole thing is like nailed together with massive spikes of steel.
Like stakes, yeah.
Like punched through, like haphazardly, like how they used to do stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was just impressed by like the scale of everything. I was like, this is huge. This thing looks massive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they go and they load you into the. They go, they go and they load you into the thing that travels through the catacombs. And then, man. By the way, the arms that I peeked down during the ride, the arm that holds you is massive. You're like 60 feet in the air. They're huge.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
what
lot
she
of
said.
people saying.
So, yeah, dude. And let me tell you something about the ride. I was not prepared at all. I'm so glad I watched nothing and I experienced it for the first time, like in person.
Yeah.
You have no idea how advanced the ride is. Like, it's insane.
How was the Phantom of the Opera? That one's cool. That's the only one I've seen. And
So he's at the
he looks
beginning.
so cool.
Dude, no. And the thing is, like, dude, it's not like Forbidden Journey. Like, they put you, like, you could reach out. That's how close they put you sometimes. It's crazy. It's so smooth. You know what I mean? Igor, like, all the animatronics are insane. It's ridiculous how realistic and how well they're made. Also, like, their scaling is like they're much larger than a normal person. So the amount of like detail that they can put into them is insane. It's crazy. When you go, you are going to like it's gonna blow you away.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in absolute amazement, like the amount of animatronics that they have, the way the whole thing pans out, all the different moments when they catch you off guard. It's just crazy in there, dude. It's crazy. I don't know how to describe it. It's amazing.
Mm.
It is the greatest ride in existence right now. As far as experience,
That's a bold statement.
it is the greatest ride. It is the most advanced, like, indoor dark ride to date. It is fantastic. To me, it is the greatest ride that Universal has to offer right now.
What? Even above the Mummy.
Yes.
Oof.
Yes. As far as like the quality and the experience, like it's not thrilling in the way that like a roller coaster is thrilling. It's thrilling in like how insane the theming is. It's amazing.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
It's
Honestly, we might go.
fantastic.
And we have an upcoming trip in November.
We should go a day.
If everyone's willing to go, Chris and Brianna, like, You know, if
I'm telling
if
you, man, it's
we
worth
just have
it.
one. No, but we maybe one day we go. One of those days.
Yeah.
Just say,
I'm down. I'm down to go.
how do you if we were to go to that day, we have to take a bus to Epic, and then they have guest service out there that you can buy the ticket.
I don't know. It's better just to buy it online.
Okay, you buy it online. You can buy it right then and
Yeah.
there for that day.
Yeah, and it gets attached to your account on your app, and then you just walk right in.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We'll do that then.
And we get early park admission.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that.
The whole bus loop situation is like so well thought out. It's like smooth. Everything is smooth.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
I think we might have to.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man.
So.
An amazing time. Darkmoor's fantastic. I have nothing to say. It is the greatest themed area of Epic Universe. The way they nailed it, it's as far as execution goes, it's number one for me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into our final segment,
Absolutely.
which is our UBU hot takes. So you go ahead and give your hot take for this episode, and then I'll give mine.
Absolutely. So, since we were talking about Epic Universe and Darkmoor, we're going to talk about a neighboring area in Epic Universe. Specifically, the attraction Ministry of Magic.
Okay. Oof.
The Ministry of Magic is an extremely advanced and super cool ride. It is not worth the average wait time.
That's bold.
It is
statement.
not. It is not worth the amount of wait and hype that it's receiving. It is extremely fantastic and well made. Very advanced animatronics. Super cool. I will never ride it again unless it's like 20 minute wait.
Okay.
And it's in an area where there's nothing else to do. Very, very boring. Paris is very, very boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's controversial. A lot of people love Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
It has one of the highest wait times in the whole park.
Yeah. Ready?
Nope.
You ready for my
Yeah.
hot take?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I myself am very much so a Potterhead.
I know.
Crazy. But, if I'm being honest with you, Hagrid's is overrated.
No, you're wrong.
No.
No.
That's my hot take. Hagrid's is extremely... I'm not saying that the ride isn't amazing. It's not. It is one of the top rides in Universal, 100%.
Yes.
It's easily in the top 5 best roller coasters ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying no, but it is extremely glazed. Extremely glazed.
Really?
Because everyone says, "Oh, Hagrid's is the best. Hagrid's is the best." So people go and they get in line and they stack it up and they take forever and they just absolutely dick ride it. I love Hagrid's. Don't get me wrong.
I love Hagrid's.
But listen to me. I will not go on Hagrid's if the express line isn't working. I'm not going to wait in that line. I'm not going to wait 2 hours to go on that ride. Absolutely not. That's a waste. You don't even have to wait that long for Velocicoaster. And Velocicoaster is another one of those rides that it's... I'll wait an hour for Velocicoaster. I'm not going to wait 2 hours for Hagrid's.
I don't know, man. I like Hagrid's a lot.
I like Hagrid's a
love
lot too,
Hagrid's.
but it's like it's overglazed. It is overhyped. Over way too much.
That is indeed a bold
That
statement.
doesn't mean that it's bad. That doesn't mean that I don't like it. I love that ride, but I think there's just so much obsession over it. There's so much like people have put it to such a high standard that everyone that it creates a crowd that's unnecessary. Like a lot of people don't like. I'll guarantee you, like if you were to look in the queue, I'd say 60% of the people that are in that queue aren't Harry Potter fans.
Yeah.
They're not that big of a fan, and they're really there because everyone says that that's the ride to go. You know, it's more of a people following
you're
trend
I get what
and
you're
not so much, wanting to go for the experience. That's my thing. That's my hot take. I know that's a hot take. It's a really big, bold one.
I love Hagrid's, and I have waited
I love Hagrid, but
like
I'm
an
not,
hour and a half to ride it.
Dude, you'll never catch me waiting an hour and a half for any ride at Universal. Not even Velocicoaster. That's like my favorite one.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
That is fair. Yeah.
No chance. You'll never catch me doing that.
That's bold. I don't know, man. I guess it's like a little bit over the top hype, but it's still.
But that's what I'm
It is
saying.
amazing though.
It
It
is.
is amazing though.
It is. But how many other rides are amazing as well?
I don't know, man. It's just for me, it's a little difficult to grasp because like Hagrid's ranks really. I think I put it as like number 2 on
Yeah.
my like top 10 rides.
And then
Which, by the way,
Mummy was
I
there.
have to readjust now because I went to Epic Universe and some people don't make the cut now.
Yeah, well, dude, I'm telling you, like, it's just there's a level of like I love this ride because there's a lot of things that tick off the quality of it, and then there's people who go it's just over that because it's a trend. It's a trend thing.
Right.
That's it.
No, I understand.
That's just the truth. People do it for the trend.
That's fair.
It is trendy. It's one of those trendy rides. It's a popular ride. That's why.
I get it.
It has nothing to do with theming or them wanting to go on the roller coaster part. Because if you want a roller coaster, you go to Velocicoaster. That's it.
Or
You
the
go
Hulk.
to Velocicoaster. That is you go to Velocicoaster or Hulk. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hagrid's is really good.
If you're going for just theming, if you're going for rides that are just theming, Green Gots, Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
That one's like a mix of both.
I mean,
I just feel like I feel like it.
Hagrid's is the most balanced between theme,
You know what pisses me?
and
It's
story.
you know what makes me say that is just like how long the line is unnecessarily. But that's the thing because most of those people they don't really, you know,
Right. It's just a motorcycle ride.
they want to follow somebody. They want to do what others are doing.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone says I have to go on this ride, so I have to.
Yeah.
Right, but no one says that about any other ride. Like, be honest.
Well, Velocicoaster, and the Hulk.
Yeah, but that's like there's so many other rides. No one else says you have to go on this ride. You have to go. That is the one ride everyone says you have to go on Hagrid's. You have to. Absolutely. That's the
yeah,
first one. So
that I
everyone's
have
just
to
like,
agree.
oh yeah, sure, I have to. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying. I mean, I you know,
And then in turn that makes the wait line like outrageous
It
to the
is
point where
always-
you
yeah.
walk by it, you're like, I love this ride. I love Harry Potter. This is such a high quality ride, and I can't even enjoy it. So it just pisses me off. That's what it is.
no, it's understandable. I mean,
It's annoying. You know what I mean?
I get it. You know what I mean?
And the wait time never is like, oh yes, it's a low time. No,
Yeah.
it's either you get there really early or super late.
Right. Yeah.
Or you have express, and the express line has to be short as well, which is rarity.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So, yeah, that's my hot take.
No, that is indeed a hot take.
That being said, it's gonna wrap up this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, our you know where it's to the corner of the screen, both of our personal profiles. The page for this podcast right here, Universal Bros Unplugged, TikTok and Instagram. Email right there. If you want to email us for any business inquiries or collabs, hit us up. Other than that, catch you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.
Peace.